So today is 9/11, and I thought I would do a video about it. So I was on Reddit, and this person asked, spirits, where were you on 9/11? And the answer that the spirits gave was plane, and then someone else asked, how do you think we became spirits? And then the other answer that the person got was that the spirits were at work. So I'm assuming that they were working at the Twin Towers or near the Twin Towers. Um, but yeah, that was a very interesting post. I've never really seen this board before until today. I don't think so. Like, I just started using Reddit, so I've never seen this board before. This subreddit before, and it's very interesting. It's a subreddit called Ask Ouija. Um, Very chilling answers. I don't know how real the answers are, but someone could have probably just made up that the spirit said that, or maybe they really did use the Ouija board and the spirits really did say that. I don't know. Hi, I'm Magical. So, since today is 9/11, in honor of 9/11, I thought that I would tell you guys where I was on 9/11. So, when 9/11 happened, I was actually 8 years old. I think I was in third grade, I think, and well, yeah, I was definitely 8 years old, which I'm pretty sure would be third grade. And um, I just remember being at lunch, eating lunch, and knowing that I don't know if that was before the towers fell or after the towers fell, but I remember that, and I remember feeling weird. So either I felt weird before the towers fell, or that was after I found out. I'm pretty sure that was after I found out the towers fell. I was at lunch and I was just feeling weird. Um, I didn't really understand what happened. So since that was at lunchtime and I was feeling weird, I must have already found out that the towers fell, because we found out, obviously, first thing in the morning, since they fell really early. Well, the first tower fell really early anyway. So probably, I think that the first tower probably fell around 7 a.m. or something like that. And basically, the way that I found out about the towers at first was from my teacher. I wish I could remember her name. I want to say her name was Miss Cindy. I think that's right. Miss Cindy, are you out there? If you ever watch this video, say hi. Um, so like, she told us that a plane flew into a building, and she was actually really calm about it. I mean, she kind of had to be. She didn't want to freak out a bunch of 8-year-olds, I guess. But so that's what she said, and we were all so little. I don't think we really understood that that can really happen. Like, I don't know. I mean, we understood that that could happen, but I don't think we really understood the gravity of the situation, of how dangerous things were for the country. I don't think we really understood that until we got home, because I didn't really feel the gravity of the situation until I got home. I just felt really weird. I don't think I really felt all that sad. I think I just felt really weird and confused. Like, why would a plane fly into a tower? And, I mean, that's sad. I don't think my teacher said that a bunch of people died. because that would have freaked us out. But I'm pretty sure my teacher only said that a plane flew into a big building in New York, something like that. That's probably what my teacher said. I don't really remember exactly what she said, but I'm pretty sure that's basically what she said. She was just, she didn't really get too much into it, which was wise because, that's kind of more like the parent's job, I think, to explain the whole death talk to a kid. Otherwise, kids might get kind of the kids will usually either get really scared when you start telling them what death is for the first time, or they'll laugh about it and not really get it. So I mean, I think I knew what death was when I was 8. I just didn't really feel the gravity of death yet because I didn't know anyone who had died at that time. So when I got home, though, that's when I really felt the gravity of the situation. Because as soon as I got home, my mom, and I guess my sister was there too, I think, we were all watching the news. And I just remember seeing the news of the whole situation with, the tower. Like, I just remember seeing the tower falling on the news. And I literally was standing there, like, right after I got home from school, watching this tower fall with my mouth literally wide open and my jaw falling on the floor. I remember being like this, like, I was actually so shocked. Like, I wasn't even trying to be funny when I did that. I was just like, oh my gosh. That was the first time I think I ever felt true shock. um, I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't think that a building so big could fall. It didn't make sense to me. I was really confused. I didn't understand why a plane flew into the building, or how a plane could fly into a building at that age. And I didn't understand why. And then when the next tower fell, when the second tower fell, it was the same reaction, except I was way more shocked. I'm pretty sure I also stood there with my jaw falling on the floor. And then, when I was watching, then I kept watching the news all day. And I was watching the news for weeks about the situation, and I was learning about um, the people, the attackers who hijacked the plane, and I became extremely paranoid, actually. I had intense anxiety about things. We were talking about going to war, and bombs, and weapons of mass destruction all of a sudden. I was very paranoid. I don't think any of the other kids I knew were as paranoid as me, but I was really paranoid and anxious. I was really anxious about everything. Um, and then, there were the anthrax letter attacks. I think that happened really soon after 9/11, and that really freaked me out. I felt like I was scared to even open the mail. I didn't know when we were going to be attacked again, and I was anxious about us going to war and everything. It was just, I was petrified, basically. And I was so anxious that I literally had to stop watching the news. And I didn't even watch the news anymore for years after that. I didn't start watching the news regularly again until maybe, I guess, after college. And I think that played a big part in why I had to stop watching the news for a while. I'm just very sensitive. Things affect me really deeply, and that 9/11 really affected me as a kid. So yeah, that's my story. That's where I was on 9/11. And leave me a comment and tell me where you were on 9/11. I'm really interested in hearing other people's stories. Oh, another thing. I was actually in New York City about 2 weeks before 9/11 happened. So, with my mom. So, that was back when I was a model. I was a child model. So, um, and I think we actually walked to the Twin Towers. That's what my mom says. She says that we walked to the door of the Twin Towers, and I think we did. I don't know. I remember seeing a building with a bunch of numbers, like the Dow Jones or whatever, like the stock market numbers flashing in the entryway. I don't know if that was the Twin Towers or another building, but if that was one of the Twin Towers, then like, we're really lucky that we went to New York before it happened and that we left when we did. So yeah, that's my story, and thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.